Hey gamers, Stogie here, and today I am bringing you a gameplay from Battlefield 3, something you guys have not seen on this channel from me before, but I actually love this game, and this match right here is a match of Rush on Grand Bazaar, and I am using the Assault class. So those of you not familiar with Battlefield 3, the Assault class has a medic pack and some revive paddles on it, so I can heal myself and I can revive teammates with the paddles. But I'm sure you guys know a little bit about Battlefield 3 because it's been out for a while. But what I wanted to chat about today was my thoughts on Battlefield 3 and why I got the game, and what I'm looking forward to next gen with Battlefield 4. Because if you guys have been paying attention to the news in the last week and a half, Battlefield 4 was announced a while ago by EA. If you guys remember, they gave Battlefield 4 beta, early beta, or premiere beta access to people who bought Medal of Honor. So whenever Battlefield 4 comes out, Medal of Honor purchasers are going to get the beta first. I would guess they're going to have an open beta after that, like they did with Battlefield 3. But the guys who bought Medal of Honor will get that game first. So anyway, when Battlefield 4 was announced, there was no news on whether it would be on the current gen consoles or on the next gen consoles. And just in the last week and a half, EA and DICE have come out and said that Battlefield 4 will be on the next gen consoles, which is awesome for Battlefield 3 fans that play on current gen consoles. Because if you guys know anything about Battlefield 3 and the consoles versus the PC, this game is amazing on the PC and it really lacks on the consoles. The main reason for that is the lack of players you can have on any given server. In the console universe, you can only have 12v12 in Battlefield 3 currently, whereas on the PC servers, they can have 64 soldiers on a map at a given time. So that's quite a lot more people on a map at a given time, and the maps are the same size, so that's a lot more action. And a lot of people knock Battlefield 3 because they're Call of Duty players and they're used to the arcade FPS style action. And for me, one of the things I'm most excited for from the move of Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4 on next gen consoles is the ability to play this game like it was meant to be played, like the designers always meant for us to be able to play it. And by that I mean full out war zones with a lot more players, and we're going to be able to get better frames per second on the next gen consoles, I would assume. Like when you watch this gameplay of me playing Battlefield 3 on Xbox, you'll see lots of instances where my frame rate is lagging. And that's just the way it is on consoles. So on the next gen consoles, which are going to be similar to supercharged or powerhouse PCs currently, all these issues are going to go away. Now, from an excitement standpoint, I'm really excited about BF4 on next gen consoles, because DICE has come out and said that they created a new engine just for Battlefield 4 for these next gen consoles, and they recently unveiled the game and let some 500 GameStop managers and owners check out the game at a special event that they had. And what they had to say about the game was really encouraging to me as someone who's looking forward to the game. They were extremely positive about the engine, about the graphics, just about how everything played. So for me, as a person who loves Battlefield 3 and who doesn't really want to see them change a whole lot with the way the game plays, really the only issue I have with this game is the badmins, or so they're called. So you know, this game has dedicated servers, which Call of Duty does not. So your hit detection and all that stuff, you know, you get the benefits of a dedicated server. The bad side, because it's not all good, the bad side of the dedicated server is admins on the servers can boot you if you're kicking their ass, which happens. It doesn't happen, you know, all the time. It happens a decent amount, but there's ways around it. All you have to do is kind of favorite servers you like to play in, or buy your own server, or play on official EA or DICE servers. So there are ways around it, but that is the downside. So, you know, if they look into fixing that for Battlefield 4, that'd be great. If not, I'm still going to buy the game and love it. But what I was saying is, for me, a person who loves Battlefield 3, to move to Battlefield 4 on the next gen consoles, I really don't want them to change a whole lot, honestly. I really just want what the PC players have always had, and that's more players on the map, more action, and better graphics and better frames per second. So that's not a whole lot to ask. And honestly, these games, for those of you that haven't played Battlefield 4, there are so many guns and options to run for classes in this game that you could play this game for years and never get bored of it. And what I'm showing you guys here is actually about a 14-minute game of Rush on Grand Bazaar, and I've cut it down to about 7 minutes. So obviously it doesn't have the action and stuff that Call of Duty has, but I mean, I think what this game really has going for it, and especially heading into Next Gen, is that I think DICE has been pretty supportive of the community. I think the patch releases and stuff that they've done could be a little bit more timely, but the way that they did their premium content and they've brought that out to users, I really think they've added a lot to the value to the value of this game for people who have invested their time and money into Battlefield 3. So I'm just excited to experience more of the same on Battlefield 4 and to really take it in all of its glory on the next gen consoles. For me, what I'm thinking, you know, in Next Gen is there's a lot of games coming out. You got Destiny coming out. You got Respawn maybe announcing their new game. You have the next Call of Duty, which should be on Next Gen consoles, and you got Battlefield 4. So for me, I'm going to have to make a decision of what games am I going to play, because I don't have time to get into all the games separately. But I really love first-person shooters, so I'll continue to play them. And right now, I'm honestly leaning heavily on maybe abandoning or just not playing Call of Duty so much, and you know, really looking into investing my time in Battlefield 4 because I think it's going to be that good of a game. So, wrapping this up here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you later.